Hi, it's Oddball1975, and today I'm bringing you a video to say that I'm not doing engineers right. I know this, it's something that I don't do very well. I don't engineer my parts very well. I'm very lazy, haphazard with the way I do my engineer upgrades. I think, I do the most efficient way of getting to tier 5 parts again. So here I am, tier 5ing one of my Enforcer cannons. I will then spend 2 ranks with Blaster McQueen to get the special effect that I want, because I never roll them. I just never roll any experimental effect, and even if I did, I wouldn't roll the one I wanted. The whole randomness of the engineers annoys me a bit. It's not really for me. Now with me, I don't spend an inordinate amount of time re-rolling and re-rolling for god level parts, and that's what I do wrong. The rest of it I do fine. I just don't sit there for ages and ages re-rolling and re-rolling until I get the perfect multi-cannon or the perfect drive. And some people have way more patience for this stuff. They collect enough for like 20 re-rolls, and will spend all 20 of those re-rolls re-rolling one thing to get the absolute best that you can get. Now as you can see, what I do is when I go back to tier 3, I build some random parts that I've got spare bits for, like lightweight, heavy magazine, anything that doesn't use the same parts as the tier 5 thing I want. In this case, I'm going for efficient multi-cannons. Again, I'm not going for overcharged multi-cannons, which is probably what I should be using, because overcharged you get a higher damage upgrade than you do with efficient. You get a much higher percentage increase in damage, and the overcharged multi-cannons on this build probably would work better. The reason I don't do that is because cracked industrial firmware is a pain in the arse to get, and you have to do base runs to get it consistently, and I can't be asked to get that much cracked industrial firmware. I'm having enough time getting hold of 1 or 2 for the last few engines that I want to make tier 3 dirty drives. So all in all, I don't do engineers well at all. I'm not patient enough. I don't collect the parts for certain builds because I can't be asked. So quite often I build the parts that suit me. I mean, to be honest, efficient multi-cannons suit my needs perfectly well. It means I can tank my shields up, and the whole point of me getting Enforcer cannons was to make my ASP decent. I wasn't worried about making it the best ship out there. So efficient efficient Enforcer cannons are probably a good pick for me, because it means, like I say, I can keep more pips to shields, and with my paper thin Lakon shields, it's probably a good idea. I do need to still upgrade some of the parts on the Edwini. I did go for auto-loading multi-cannons, Enforcer cannons on these. It just shreds through the ammo quicker, but the constant rate of fire, I mean, I'm going for like a decent amount of DPS, try and strip shields as quickly as possible. This isn't an amazing ship, and as you can see, if the roll's decent, I'm not going to bother re-rolling it. That's just the way I am. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, I must get the absolute best tier 5 efficient Enforcer cannons that I can get. As long as it's a positive direction shift and it's not too bad. I mean, if they suck, I might re-roll it, but I'm not going to sit there re-rolling and re-rolling 100 times to get the perfect weapon. And I think that's what sets me apart from some of the really good PvP players out there. Some of the really good PvP players will spend the time and invest the time in collecting the best parts, the parts they need, building the best possible multi-cannons that they can get their hands on. But as far as getting your rep back up, this is the quickest way. Just build some parts that you don't care about. 3 tier 3, 3 tier 4, and you're back to tier 5. And then do your bribe, 3 tier 3, 3 tier 4, and you're back. As you can see, I'm running through the modifications that I've got now, and there's a couple of them that are better than others, but pretty much they're all in line with the amount of damage they output. It's not massively impressive, but for an ASP, I think the equivalent of 6 multi-cannons is a decent enough build for an ASP. It's not there to set the world alight, and I'm not going to use it for PvP, other than when someone attacks me, I might have a nibble at them before I run away, just for funsies. And if they're in a particularly weak ship, or they've taking me a bit lightly, then I might give them a shock. But on the whole, I'm going to still stick to running away most of the time when I'm in my Lakons. The only ship I've got built for PvP purposes is my Diamondback Scout stealth ship, and that's only going to fight in wings. So there we go, that's it for this video. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Hope some of it was informative, and that's all. Thanks for watching.